Have you ever pondered the rich architectural history of Austrian churches? The story begins in the Romanesque period, spanning the 10th to the 12th centuries, a time of great change and innovation. It's here that we find the earliest examples of church architecture in Austria, each with its own unique tale to tell. In this era, the architectural style was defined by solidity and grandeur. Thick walls were the norm, providing a sense of stability and permanence. Churches were designed to stand the test of time, to be resilient and unyielding in the face of the elements and the trials and tribulations of the ages. Yet these were not just utilitarian structures. The austere simplicity of the Romanesque style was complemented by the rounded arches that became a signature of this period. These arches, both robust and aesthetically pleasing, were a clear departure from the flat ceilings of earlier buildings, introducing a new level of complexity and design. Crowning these edifices were large towers soaring towards the heavens. These were not merely decorative features, they served a practical purpose, housing the church bells that called the faithful to prayer. Yet, they also added an element of majesty and drama to the skyline, their lofty heights a testament to the aspirations of the people who built them. One shining example of Romanesque architecture is the Basilica of St. Peter in Salzburg. This venerable institution stands as a testament to the architectural prowess of the time. The basilica's stout walls, rounded arches, and imposing tower encapsulate the quintessential elements of Romanesque design, making it a true architectural gem. So, as we journey through the ages, we see that these early churches were more than just places of worship. They were statements of artistic intent, symbols of faith, and cornerstones of communities. They encapsulated the spirit of the age, and in doing so, they laid the foundation for the rich tradition of religious architecture in Austria. These early churches set the stage for a rich tradition of religious architecture in Austria. As time progressed, so did the architectural style of Austrian churches. As we transitioned into the 13th century, a pivotal shift happened in the design and construction of these sacred buildings. The Romanesque style, characterized by its rounded arches and thick walls, began to give way to a new, more intricate architectural style known as Gothic. Gothic architecture, originating from France, swept across Europe like a wave, forever changing the face of its architectural landscape. It was a style that seemed to reach for the heavens, embodied in its high-pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses. These elements not only added to the aesthetic appeal of the structures, but also served a functional purpose. The pointed arches and ribbed vaults allowed the buildings to be taller, more spacious, and filled with natural light, while the flying buttresses provided the necessary support for these towering structures. Austria wasn't left untouched by this wave. As Gothic architecture spread across the continent, it found a home in Austria, leaving an indelible mark on its architectural landscape. A prime example of this is the iconic St. Stephen's Cathedral in Vienna. This magnificent structure, with its towering south tower reaching a height of nearly 450 feet, is a testament to the grandeur of Gothic architecture. The cathedral's intricate stone carvings, stunning stained glass windows, and the sheer scale of its interior space are awe-inspiring. It's a space that invites contemplation and admiration, a testament to the human ability to create beauty in honor of the divine. But St. Stephen's Cathedral is just one of the many Gothic churches scattered across Austria. Each church, with its own unique features and history, contributes to the rich tapestry of Austrian architectural heritage. The Gothic era, with its emphasis on verticality, light, and intricate details, significantly influenced the aesthetic and architectural language of Austrian churches. This period, with its towering cathedrals and intricate designs, brought a new dimension of beauty and grandeur to the country's architectural landscape. The Gothic era left an indelible mark on the Austrian architectural landscape. Following the Gothic era, Austria embraced the grandeur of Baroque architecture. As we delve into the Baroque period, brace yourself for a journey into a time of opulence and extravagance, a time when the architecture of Austrian churches took a dramatic and exciting turn. Baroque architecture, in essence, is an embodiment of grandeur. It's a style that doesn't shy away from lavish decorations, bright colors, and curved forms. It's an architectural language that speaks in the tongue of drama, tension, and theatricality. The Baroque period, spanning from the late 16th to the mid-18th century, was a time when architecture was not just about creating buildings, but about creating experiences. Now imagine walking into an Austrian Baroque church. Your senses are immediately overwhelmed by the sheer magnificence of the space. The high domes, the intricate frescoes, the ornate altars, and the play of light and shadow create an atmosphere of awe and reverence. One of the most notable examples of Baroque architecture in Austria is the Karlskirche, located in Vienna. This church is a masterpiece of Baroque design with its distinctive elliptical dome and two flanking columns. The facade of the Karlskirche is a visual feast with sculptures, friezes, and reliefs that tell stories from the life of St. Charles Borromeo, to whom the church is dedicated. Another remarkable example is the Basilica of Mariazell, the most important pilgrimage site in Austria. This church boasts a stunning Baroque interior that is a fantastic spectacle of stucco work, gold leaf, and frescoes. It is a place that encapsulates the spirit of the Baroque period, where every surface is a canvas for artistic expression. The Baroque period was indeed a time of opulence and extravagance in Austrian church architecture. It was a time when architects and artists pushed the boundaries of design and sought to create spaces that would inspire, provoke, and captivate. Churches were not just places of worship, but were designed to be immersive experiences that could stir the soul. The Baroque period represented a time of opulence and extravagance in Austrian church architecture. Indeed, the churches of this period stand as grand testaments to a time when architecture was a form of high drama, a spectacle that engaged all the senses. In the 20th century, Austrian church architecture took a dramatic turn. As the world moved forward, so did the design of sacred structures in this historically rich country. The architectural trends in Austria started veering towards modernism, a movement defined by its break from the ornate and decorative styles of the past. This shift was characterized by a newfound appreciation for simplicity and functionality. Churches were no longer just grand structures meant to inspire awe, but designed to serve their communities better. The focus shifted from the spectacular to the practical, yet without compromising the spiritual and aesthetic appeal. One of the materials that came into prominence during this period was concrete. Previously associated with industrial buildings, concrete became a favorite among architects for its versatility and strength. It allowed for new forms and shapes, previously unimaginable, and gave architects the freedom to experiment and innovate. A shining example of this modernist approach is the Church of the Holy Trinity in Vienna. This structure, with its clear lines and geometric shapes, is a stark departure from the traditional, yet it retains a sense of the divine. The use of concrete and glass, along with the minimalistic design, creates a serene, contemplative space that is both modern and timeless. Another notable example is the parish church St. Martin in Linz. Here, the architect has used the flexibility of concrete to create a unique wave-like structure that resonates with the fluidity of modern times. The interior, with its sweeping lines and soft lighting, instills a sense of peace and tranquility, embodying the essence of the spiritual journey. These churches, with their bold designs and innovative use of materials, represent a significant shift in Austrian church architecture. They symbolize a move towards the future, yet they retain a deep connection with the past, a reflection of the country's rich cultural heritage. These modern churches demonstrate the continued evolution of Austrian church architecture. They stand as a testament to the country's ability to adapt and evolve, to embrace the new while honoring the old. As we move forward, we can only anticipate what the future holds for this fascinating blend of tradition and innovation. Austrian church architecture is not just about bricks and mortar. It's a potent symbol of the country's rich cultural tapestry, a testament to its historical journey, and a beacon of its religious traditions. These structures, with their intricate designs and awe-inspiring interiors, are more than just places of worship. They are time capsules that encapsulate Austria's past, from the reign of the Roman Empire to the present-day republic. The architectural styles of these churches are a reflection of the prevailing trends of their respective eras. The austere Romanesque designs of the early Middle Ages, the soaring spires of the Gothic period, the opulent and ornate structures of the Baroque era, and the stark, minimalist approach of modern architecture. Each style tells a piece of Austria's story. But these buildings don't just chronicle the architectural trends. They also bear witness to the country's social and political changes. The grandeur of the Baroque churches, for instance, mirrors the wealth and power of the Habsburg monarchy. The simplicity of the modern designs, on the other hand, reflects the country's move towards a more democratic and egalitarian society. The religious significance of these churches cannot be overstated. They serve as spiritual havens for the faithful, offering solace and inspiration. They are the sites of important religious ceremonies, from baptisms and weddings to funerals. The ornate altars, the intricate stained glass windows, the towering steeples, each element of these churches serves a religious purpose, fostering a sense of reverence and awe. In a broader cultural context, these churches have also influenced art, music, and literature. Many Austrian composers, painters, and writers have drawn inspiration from these architectural masterpieces, contributing to the country's rich artistic heritage. In conclusion, the significance of Austrian church architecture goes beyond its visual appeal. It's an embodiment of the country's cultural, historical, and religious identity. It's a symbol of Austria's past, a reflection of its present, and a beacon for its future. As we've seen, Austrian church architecture tells a fascinating story of evolution, innovation, and cultural identity.